think I'm good on my end if you guys are good.
I'm good on my end.
Yeah, I can hear you guys fine.
Okay. Well, are you good to start it then, Heisen?
What's up? Oh, wait. Am I in the center? Am I good?
I haven't. Oh, I already turned it on. Oh, whoops! I'm trying. Okay, wait. All right. Well, that's the start of the show.
What's up, everybody?
Yeah, what's up, everyone? Episode number 85 of Beyond the Rift, starring the one and only your host with the most. I'm a cutie pie, everyone's favorite. Blah blah blah. Joining me today, Scar. Scar, give him a quick intro.
What's up, guys? I'm the co-host. I'm here to give you my special insight on the game of League of Legends and other shit. But I'm not important. What's important is our special guest, Heisendong. Why don't you introduce yourself?
What's up, guys? Heisendong. Heimerdinger, one trick, who can't get his champion, so drop to the depths of Master Tier. You know how it goes.
Hey, I'm Master Tier. What are you trying to say?
How does it feel, cutie? Red Mercy is higher LP than you know.
Ooh.
How does
it feels pretty fucking bad. I'm not. That's a whole nother topic. We could get into that, but it feels pretty fucking bad. But what doesn't feel bad is the live Discord question and answer segment at the end of the show. Everyone's favorite. You got questions, we got answers. You got a question, cutie, how does it feel to be lower LP than Red Mercy? I'm probably not going to read it, but if you got a question like, cutie, how does it feel to be one of the best players in North America? I'll most likely read that one. You ask the questions, we'll give you the answers. Links down below. Download it. But let's go straight into the topics, ladies and gentlemen. With topic number 1. So you've been the highest rated Heimer player in NA for years. What made you this determined and consistent on what used to be such an off-meta pick?
Dude, I'll be honest. You used to play him too, right? Like back in season 2 when he was complete utter trash, right?
Yeah, you're talking about when his rockets were actually not targeted, but it was the 3 closest things.
Right, and your grenade could beat down towers from outside the tower range. You could just
yeah, that shit was OP as hell, dude.
I had a bet with my friend he constantly complained about certain champions being overpowered. I was like, dude, I'll get to high elo with the worst fucking champion in the game, and it just happened to be Heimer at the time. And honestly, I was like, I've seen Cutie play it a few times. Let's start playing. I played. I was like, oh, this is actually pretty fun, and I started to get known for that. And ever since then, I've just been playing off meta stuff. Now that Heimer's meta, I have to find a new champion to start learning. But yeah, most of it is just being I like being the first person to do something different or make something meta, which I just
feel that.
It sucks because you just go to the depths of Diamond every once in a while. Once a week, you just find yourself feeding the whole day straight trying to play off meta stuff. But I don't know. That's just how I find the game fun. Just doing what everyone else does just doesn't seem fun to me.
Do you still enjoy playing Heimer now that he's super popular?
Dude, I'll be honest, no, because I feel there are better Heimerdinger players than me now. Out there, if Faker picked up Heimerdinger, dude, I lose my job right there. You know what I mean? I'm in the trash can. Dude.
Wait, so you say, because I know you play Lissandra, Alawi, that kind of shit. Mm-hmm. Would you say that you're better at those champions? That have you become the top at those champions?
Dude, I actually don't think I'm that good at League of Legends in general. I feel I just get good at certain champions here and there. Alawi maybe, Yorick maybe, Lissandra probably not. But a few champions, if I play it a lot, I think I can get good at it. But my actual league mechanics, just warding, map awareness, all that stuff, being a dirty, filthy Heimerdinger main, dude, I never had to practice any of that shit, dude. So I'm just kind of.
That's the truth right there. I know what you mean, because, when I play Heimer, I put the 3 turrets down. I don't give a fuck if anyone comes for me. I just stop looking at the map, and I look at my cooldown. Rockets up, okay, I'm using it. That's the only thing on my mind. I fucking love that shit. I mean, Scar, have you ever had an off-meta, spree? Because I know when I first started...
Wait, that's my entire stream every week.
Is it? I thought you were playing meta now. You play Gragas and shit, right?
Well, I play AP Gragas mid lane. I literally fed my ass off 5 games in a row. No. The thing is, it's the off meta picks I turn meta sometimes. and I'm just like, wait, what happened? Like, when that one, it was like last season when Rammus top lane became meta for a little bit. I was playing like Rammus and Pantheon, and all of a sudden, like everyone starts playing those champions. I'm just like, this is so weird.
The meta breaker.
No, and I hate it. Like, I don't hate it, but when stuff gets popular, and I'm just like, all right, I gotta find something new. Like, I played a lot of talent, and then he got popular, and I'm just like, I can't play this champion anymore. He gets banned in 90% of my games. All right, we're playing Gragas mid now. Or we're playing Pyke solo lane. By the way, that champ sucks in the solo lane. Just never play it.
Wait, Heisendong, how does that feel? Because I know for like a lot of Talon 1 tricks, like they're spamming the fuck out of it. He gets super popular. He's pretty much perma-banned. Like Heimer is basically like perma-banned at this point. Does it feel like, are you happy that you know he's gonna get nerfed? Or are you sad that he's gonna go back into the depths of never being played?
Like for me, personally, I don't give a shit if he's like 40% win rate champion, just like, or pick or ban like the most OP. Like I'm gonna play him regardless, I guess, whether he's bad, just because like my name is kind of attached to it. But like, I would prefer he was a little bit worse. Like he went from complete utter dog shit to just like pick and ban because like some LCS players played him and everyone started like jumping on the train or whatever. But if he went from like utter dog shit to like, okay, yeah, I could pick this champion every once in a while, you know, like that would make me like, that would have been good because I could actually still play him here and there.
Yeah, I mean he is banned like basically every game against you, right?
Yeah, pretty much. I never get him anymore.
That must fucking... Dude, I can't imagine, because I haven't one-tricked a champion in a while, but it must fucking suck. Like, I can't imagine just... You love a champion, you play it, you get to high elo, banned every single fucking game. Do you enjoy playing other champions? Like, do you enjoy League as a game if you don't have the champions you like to play? Or is it just like, if you don't get those champions, this shit sucks?
To be honest, I actually have more fun playing other champions, just because I've played Heimer so goddamn much. But like everyone wants me to play Heimerdinger, so it's just like for YouTube content, for my streams, for this and that. So it's just like almost like a chore. You know what I mean? It's almost like I know you get that feeling sometimes. Yeah, like I actually have so much fun. Listen, yeah.
Oh, go for it.
I was just gonna say like it's not fun. Obviously, when I play when I go use my main champion to get to like challenger, high challenger, and then I have to practice fucking Lissandra and shit when my Lissandra's like not that good, so I just feed my ass off. Like that's not fun. But if my other champions were as good as Heimerdinger, yeah, I think I would have more fun playing them just because it's different. But I mean, I'm on the quest right now. Like I'm trying to find the next thing, the next champion that's like underrated but kind of strong, which I think Heimerdinger was the whole time.
What do you think is it? You think it's Lissandra?
No, I don't think
she's getting pro play right now. People are playing her quite a bit. Yep. And
her new passive's coming out. The one that's like when you get an assist on somebody after they die or kill, for like 3 seconds they turn into like this frozen object or some shit, and then it explodes and does like a bunch of damage with a good ratio.
Oh yeah, she's gonna be broken with that shit. What the fuck?
That sounds super fun.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she's actually seeing play because that champ fucking sucks.
No, because right now all you need in the meta is to wave clear, and then if you have a point and click ability, you can win skirmishes, right?
Yeah.
So like, she can wave clear, and the point and click ability, she can win skirmishes. Literally, that's why she's seeing play. But wait. What's the OP pick right now? No one's picking it, but
dude,
you.
I'm telling you, it's Yorick jungle. Like
Yorick jungle.
Yorick jungle.
Okay, they made his ghouls instead of like when you spawn them, it just snapshots your stats. They made his ghouls like dynamic, so when you have like Conqueror active, all that stuff, it buffs up the ghouls now. And then they buffed his Q a bunch. And I used to play Yorick jungle when he was like a little bit worse. And they nerfed like the Sterax Triforce combo, like the synergy together, but everything else kind of just got buffed. Dude, I'm not gonna say any more of the secrets, dude. I'm just get some free low.
Wait, so you go Trinity Stair? Do you just AFK farm the entire game?
Yeah, pretty much. Your ganks are okay. No, your ganks are okay in like certain matchups. If they have like no dashes immediately, like at level 2, you could probably flash cage, force their flash or some shit. Then you come back in there. I don't know. I've done some cheesy stuff. It's probably terrible though. That's just what I'm on right now.
I'll have to try. I'm going to take your word for it and try it out once, but If I feed my ass off, I'll just say that it's your fault.
It's on me.
Yeah.
It's on me.
You wanted an actual OP pick? But actually, I just saw LCK play last, like, a day or two ago. One game, I think. Gragas top lane, I think, is super good right now.
Oh, yeah,
Really.
that shit's broken as
Tank
fuck.
Gragas is, like, insane at the moment.
Yeah,
So.
that's seeing a ton of playing solo queue, though.
Oh, is it? I just started playing it recently, and I was like, why is no one else playing this?
Yeah,
champion?
that's
Holy
why I
shit.
said you're a fucking meta slave. You're playing fucking Tank Gragas.
Dude, what the fuck?
I'm telling
Don't
you,
ever fuck.
everyone's playing that shit right now, so this guy's a meta
Way to
slave.
go, Scar.
Alright, let's go.
Portrays his stream as an off-meta stream and just plays whatever's on LCK.
Alright.
You know.
Yeah,
Quinn mid is the future.
Yeah.
Alright,
No, Quinn is
you're,
legit.
you're fucking trolling. I gotta go to the
No,
next
I'm
topic now. Quinn's fucking garbage. Wait, you guys actually think Quinn's good?
Yeah, wait, she's such a good win rate. Hold on.
Wait.
Yeah, I don't give
Have
a
you
fuck
seen
what
her
her
damage right now?
I know she does a lot of damage. That champion's got every time I've had a Quinn, feeds her ass off. Feeds her ass off and roams the entire game, so she's underleveled and underfarmed.
But imagine if she didn't feed her ass off and also then roam.
I couldn't even fathom that because I've never seen one do remotely well.
Just trust me, she's not bad.
Alright, I'll take your word for it.
Mm-hmm.
So the meta seems to have shifted so much during the last month or so, the emergence of new things like Smite mid. What do you think about the current meta for your role? So I guess we'll start off with Smite mid Heisendong. What do you think of that?
Shit. Dude, that's like Heimerdinger's fucking crypt. And I see mid laners with Smite, and it's just like, okay, my ult turret's fucking worthless. I have to have like 3 turrets out for every fight or else I'm useless. It's just like, God, it feels so bad. But I've started taking it on Heimer. And there's like this neat trick you could do with celerity, where your celerity gives you like 80 AP at level 1, and then you run into the jungle camp and you put all your turrets down with the 80 extra AP. So your turrets are doing like 30 damage a hit instead of 10 damage a hit. And you just instantly clear the camp, and then you smite it, and then you go back and you miss no minions at all. So I guess it works with Heimerdinger, but playing against that shit is...
That sounds OP.
Yeah,
it's only
pretty
for
good.
level 1. But...
I mean, if they can test your thing, though, you're like kind of fucked
Yeah,
though, right?
Oh, but your turrets are gods. Like, your turrets do way more damage than, like, a regular champion. You have, like, 3 champions behind you, just like...
Oh, yeah, I guess that's true. The turrets could fuck them up. I mean, Scar, what do you think of Smite mid?
I think it's degenerate. I'm not gonna lie.
Degenerate?
I think it's fine in certain, like... I think it only it's like you want new play styles to be available. Like, I think it's fine, but there's it's only good right now because of how important it is to get lane priority, right? To get the shove and then to be able to contest scuttle, and all that crap. But so like I think it's only because of the meta that the Smite thing is good, and it's really. I don't know. I don't like funneling just in general, and I don't like the idea of Smite mid.
Well, let me ask: do you think that lane priority won't always be something that's important in the meta? Can you think of a meta where you can just give up your lane and?
Some of the older metas when like AP Cog was viable, when like you could play shit like Veigar, stuff that like you were okay giving up. Letting the mid laner roam like 1 or 2 waves, that's cool.
I mean, like with the current way the game is now, do you think that you could do like a stall tactic type shit?
No, dude, scuttles are so. I can't do any. I don't know if I told you. I don't like playing mid right now.
You don't?
I think mid is the most important role in the game. But I like to play off meta picks. Almost all the off meta picks have bad laning phases. And so what ends up happening is, if I'm playing Veigar and they have an Aurelion Soul, my team is actually I'm actually intentionally feeding like my team.
Even if I'm straight 4v5.
Yeah, if I'm 0-0, my team is not going to enjoy having me in the game. Like, and it feels that way right now. That playing mid lane, like you're kind of stuck to playing like high wave clear champions. Or like really, really strong champions, and if you pick another pick that's not like close to meta, you're essentially just losing the game for your team to some extent.
What do you think of that, Heisendong?
I think there's like a lot of reasons why Smite is. Are we still talking about like the Smite thing, or just talking about in general wave clear mid meta?
Like wave clear mid meta. Like do you feel like if you're not just actively not smashing your lane, but pushing it in 24/7, you're like a detriment to your team.
Yeah, I mean, shit. A few seasons ago, you could play whatever, but like now, if you're just getting pushed in 24/7, the enemy laner's like taking all your fucking pink wards. You're just like spam pinging him back. Your lanes can't do shit because they're just like, all right, well, we're gonna get ganked. So then they lose, and it's just like your jungler flames you if you don't push the lated, before your mid lane. It's just a bad time. And
do you enjoy playing mid though in this meta? Because I'm surprised Sky says he doesn't like mid in this. Do you enjoy it?
Yeah, I've been getting a little bit of Hishinshin in me, dude. I'm like the mid lane version of Hishinshin. Like, I hate that you can have a silver player in front of you. He just one-shots the wave, and it's like, okay, well, I can't fight him anymore. I'm just going to have to fight these creeps for like 10 seconds. Hopefully he doesn't kill my team or, clear all my wards, and then I'll have to like go in there blind and die to the jungler or something. It just doesn't seem that fun. It doesn't seem like it just seems like this champion can clear faster than mine.
Here's an example of what's being meta right now in competitive. And like, people are trying this out in competitive scrims at the moment. Smite Morgana mid lane. Like,
I play Morgana bot lane. She's actually, I'm telling you, she's the most broken champion in the game right now, Morgana.
Oh yeah, probably. That's why. But imagine that mid lane, you get level 2 instantly off a camp. You just shove nonstop and just run around. If you ever hit a buy with someone else on your team, there, instant kill. Like, that's the meta we live in. That's the world we live in right now. Where Morgana with Smite is considered a top tier pick. It's like, is that the world that I want to be playing mid in? Probably not.
Dude, I miss fighting people. Like, I miss using skills on the enemy. You know what I mean? That shit's just like never happens anymore. At least. I mean, in most matches.
What do you think they could do to like fix it though? Because I mean, we talk about this a lot. Like, the meta is kind of going away to like something that's very weird. But like, do you have an idea of what they could do to fix it? Because I've always said they have to extend the fucking game. Like, their fascination with like ending the game as soon as possible is really good for like casual players. But like when you're not a casual player anymore, people are smart. They take Baron, they end the game instantly. If you don't have something that's early game focused that can like dominate lane and like dominate till Baron comes up, you're gonna get fucked. Like, I can't even imagine AP Kog'Maw mid. If you played that shit right now, you're actually like, I'll report your ass at the end of the game. Like, I just can't imagine.
Sure.
What would you think that they could do to like change the wave clear meta? Because even they tried the mana, they tried changing mana around or whatever, and it still wasn't enough.
Shit, that's actually a tough question. Like, I'm sure they've been trying to figure it out for like past year, right? It's just like, how do you just add like this champion does 70% damage to minions instead of like 100%, and then therefore can't one-shot the wave? Like, do you just do that to like everybody? I have no idea.
See, that's the thing is like those kinds of fixes I think would work, but the fact that they want to do what's their change for like gold funneling strat? They want to do like if you have a tier 1 or a tier 2 jungle item.
Yes. You get less gold if you're farther ahead from lane creeps.
Yeah, and it's like less experience too, right? Or some shit.
I think it's just less gold, like dramatically less gold.
Yeah, like I think something like that. That's a horrendous idea. Like, it's just such a fucking stupid way of going about it. Like, the problem, there's too much fucking gold in the jungle for how easy it is. You shouldn't there's no reason to change how this functions in game. Like, you now get less gold for being ahead if you take CS. What's the amount ahead? Who the fuck knows? But you're gonna get less gold for it. It's just
it's super unintuitive.
Yeah,
100%.
Like, what do you think of solutions like that? Do you think that they're like very crafty, or do you think that? What's your take on something like that?
Shit, I actually haven't read that note like in the patch notes, but I do agree that there is too much gold. That like you could take Smite on mid. When I take Smite on mid, I take like chickens, I take wolves. I feel like my jungler is going to be completely worthless. He's like same level as like the ADC this for. Sometimes he's like a little bit like 1 or 2 levels above. And I'm just like, I thought I'd like make him worthless. I'm like 3 levels above, right? There's something definitely wrong with that whole situation. Something feels completely completely broken. You shouldn't be able to get like that much. But I think there's something with catch-up EXP when I don't exactly know how it works.
Yeah.
But I feel like if you're a jungler and you're like kind of low level, you just do like 1 or 2 camps. Sure, they'll be a little bit hard for you, but then you're just like back to the average level of the game.
Yeah, I think what you're talking about, I agree with. Like, that's the problem. Like, jungle and like the game's getting so convoluted. I don't know what the fuck is like the reason why. Like, I feel like, yeah, if a jungler is down 4 levels, he can take like 2 camps and he can be down like 2 levels. And it's like, what the fuck just happened? Like, how is this working? Like, I don't understand anymore how experience and like, obviously they wanted to, the games don't snowball and shit, but it's just making for like, I don't know what the fuck's going on anymore.
Dude, I remember this game where Tarzan just AFK'd halfway through for like 10 minutes. He came back, he farmed his side of the jungle. He's the same level as the enemy jungler. It was just, they don't Tarzan wins the game. It's like, what the fuck is this?
Yes, I've actually had that happen to me. My jungler AFKs at the start. I'm like, there's no way we fucking win this game. He comes back, the enemy jungler is level 7. After a minute, he's the same level as him. It's like, how is that even fucking possible? Like, everything that we just did was worthless. Like, or everything the enemy jungler did was worthless because this guy's the same level now. I mean, Scar, what's your take on that?
Yeah, I understand why there needs to be catch-up experience, but maybe they like. I understand like what happens if you reduce it too much. Like if you feeling like coming back can be so difficult. And right now, I don't know how your games are going, but some of my games are terrible. Like I literally am getting blown out 16-4, or 4-16 every 4 games. I have an almost unwinnable game every 4 games. And I'm just like, is this normal? Like, is everyone having these games? It just feels super weird. Like, I already can't come back from that. So while I do agree that rubber banding stuff should be, like, looked at, it's also really scary because I think right now the game is so snowballing that it's hard for me to be like, yeah, dude, let's cut back on like, you know, catch-up experience. By the way, my mid lane just like 5-0'd your team, you lost. Good luck.
Yeah, I think catch-up experience is like necessary, but I wish there was a place you could see the number, like the values, and be like, oh, this is fucking stupid. Like, I just don't understand anymore how the game functions. Like, I felt like before I had a good idea of it. I'm not talking about like the game flow and that shit, because right now, like, my understanding of the game, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, pick early game champions, get Baron, win the game. Like, do you guys think that's how the game flows right now?
Yes, I think that's how it works.
Yeah.
Yeah, like,
compared to most of the like other seasons, yeah, it's pretty much that's like.
Yeah, so like the mechanics behind the game, I really don't like them adding that talisman change or like the jungle change, because it's so much more garbage that people, yeah.
They said they're going to change it later because it's really unintuitive, and I hope they do. But like, they also said that the like, you remember 1v2s, right?
Yeah.
You remember how they fixed 1v2s?
Yeah, they made the bot tower like have no armor or some shit. Top tower unkillable.
Super unintuitive. Like they never really changed that. They just like I don't think they had a solution. They're just like, you know what? It's gonna be unintuitive, but it's the best thing for the game. And it's like, well, I don't know, man.
Yeah,
it's weird.
No, that's why I'm saying is like it's such they add. I love Riot Games. Don't get me wrong. Like, if I'm sounding like I hate the game, I fucking love the game. I want this game to do the best it can. But, like, when they add things like that, like the 1v2 situation, they put that shit in. They never got rid of. Like, I'm pretty sure bot tower still is a lot less tanky than top tower, right? Or,
Yes.
Yeah, like, that kind of shit, you need to remove it to fix the game balance, because I'm sure the people even at Riot probably forgot about, like, some of them probably even forgot, like, oh, what the fuck, this tower is a lot more tanky, what happened, dude? Like, as team, I mean, I give them the benefit of the doubt that it's not true, but in my head I imagine, like, when people start rotating, like, oh, he's not on this team anymore, or he's not on, like, the game balance team or whatever the fuck, some new person comes in, like, they might start forget, like, oh shit, wait, we changed this a while ago. Oh fuck, wait, why is this even in the game? This is ruining everything. If they could get rid of that shit, I would like it a lot. But whether or not, I think that gold funneling needs to be changed, so I'm happy that they're doing something about it. I pray to God that they don't keep this change in. I hope that they remember about it. But they probably won't.
It goes without saying, like, yeah, I love the game too. Like, me complaining about it doesn't mean shit. I'm going to play this game regardless. And I think one of the only reasons we complain is because we want shit to be better, right? Like, we don't want to just feel like there's no point playing like a 20-minute game. Some, bullshit happened. I just feel like the Smite thing, just to go on, because I want, before I forget about the Smite thing, it makes the disparity between just pushing lanes. Like, I had a game against Shifter. The other day, we literally didn't touch, like, we just ulted the waves even. We literally just ulted the mid wave, every other wave. You just go into this, takes chickens, comes back. I hadn't fight, like, one time. The whole 10 minutes in the laning phase, not one fight. And it was just, like, the most boring shit I've ever seen. And the Smite thing just makes it even worse. I have no idea how they would fix it, though.
Yeah, I agree. The Smite thing, like, the level disparities I see mid lane of, like, who has Smite and who doesn't, it's stupid as hell. Like, there's no way that shit's balanced. So they definitely need to do something about that. But let's talk about, again, the wave clearing, because you keep bringing it up about you never really fight your opponent. Do you want to see Riot add more, like, mana cost or reduce, like, the mana options that you have as a mid laner? Do you think that would be a good option? Because I feel like if you're mid lane, you don't have mana issues. Like, after Lost Chapter, mana doesn't fucking matter anymore. But
right.
Do you think that they could do something to, like, alleviate that? Because I feel like as long as mana...
dangerous.
Yeah, as long as mana doesn't matter, every champion is viable, which is what they want.
Mm-hmm.
But then every champion doesn't interact with each other because they're just mindlessly wave clearing the entire game.
And if you fuck mana users over too much, you'll just get, like, the Katarinas, and you just get, like, Aatrox mid and all this, like, mana-less stuff going on.
By the way, he's already OP, man. Let's be real.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's pretty gross.
Disgusting.
He's OP any lane. He's just broken as fuck. Yeah. But do you think then something like that might be a fix, or would you just see, mana-less champions mid lane every game?
Shit, I have no idea. Like, what if they just made all the minions tankier? I know it sounds like kind of stupid, but if they would have done that, you're just gonna have to spend more mana. You're just gonna have to spend more resources. You're gonna be sitting in. It's gonna make the people that can wave clear even more meta. I mean, you will literally play nothing else but the things that could wave clear. So, like, that doesn't make sense. You can't make the minions weaker. I mean, I guess that. You can make any champion.
I think if you made the minions tankier, it would be a fine change, like, because the turrets deal a percentage of health. They don't actually deal a flat amount of damage to creeps. If I remember this correctly, like, that's how it works, right?
Yeah. Holy shit, I don't even know.
Dude, I'm telling you,
I know something I don't.
Yeah, I'm telling you, Riot does the most convoluted bullshit, and that's what I was talking about. I fucking hate the change, but yeah, I think that they changed turrets to deal a percentage of creeps' health instead of, like, a flat amount. So I think if you made the creeps tankier, you'd have a chance, because the problem is you never have an opportunity to fight your lane opponent, right? Because he just comes to lane, insta-clears the wave, and then runs off somewhere else. Mm-hmm. If you had an opportunity to fight him, do you think it would be better?
I would hope that they figure out something that makes it so you're actually, like, playing against someone, dodging abilities, trying to hit your abilities, instead of just, like, co-op versus AI, you're just fighting, like...
I think the best way to describe it is, like, bot lane has this problem a lot less, right? Because if you use your ability on the wave, like, you get punished really bad if you're playing against good bot laners, right? Because they both move up, and all of a sudden you don't have an ability. But for mid lane, like, if you use your ability and then you walk away, it's like, okay, well, they can't really do anything, and then now you have to start hitting the creeps. As you start hitting the creeps, okay, well, I'm coming back. I think that there's no clean way to fix this, right? Because, dude, Lost Chapter used to be 900 gold. Holy shit. Think about that.
So cheap.
And then, like, okay, 1,300 I thought was a reasonable change, but I think, like, people are just so used to having so much wave clear. And, like Heisendong said, dude, let's just say we nerf all the wave clear in the game. Well, the best wave clear champions are only going to get more popular. guaranteed. Because the people who can't wave clear are just not going to be able to interact. I don't think. So I don't necessarily know what to do. All I know is, like, I think everyone's gotten too good. Like, it used to be you wave clear and you didn't know what you were doing. Okay, I'm gonna like maybe roam here. I'm gonna maybe do this. Now it's like you wave clear instantly. You ward into the enemy jungle. Mm-hmm. You get a scuttle. You like look to pressure a roam off on one side. Like you get so much because people know exactly how to punish when you wave clear now. That it's very difficult.
You see, you say that people have gotten too good. Do you guys know Smash Bros? Do you guys follow that at all? I don't follow it at all, but someone used to always tell me, like, this stupid meme of, like, the year's, like, some fucking year. It's just Fox versus Fox every single game. Do you think that's how League is becoming? Is, like, we're progressing so far that it's just going to be lane clear or wave shoving versus wave shoving every single game, and there's no hope of ever changing it?
I mean, don't you have these kind of games where you get in, you see the champion select, you're like, I know that this is how this is going to go. This guy's going to do this. I'm just going to sit under my tower, and then I'm going to try to put. It's like you almost know what's going to happen, and then it happens. It just doesn't feel as like rewarding as, oh, maybe I could try to do some of this and like try to counter his his strat. And it's just like it feels like it's so one dimensional almost. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah, I understand what you mean. Yeah, there's a lot of games where I'll go into it. It's like if I pick a bad matchup, I'm like, I'm going to get shoved into the tower, I have zero pressure, and I have to pray to God that someone can, like, do something because I'm fucking useless. Like, where before it's like, well, I have a chance to all in him. Maybe I can get something going, and then if my chance fails, then I have to. Like, yeah, now it's just, I'm going to get pushed in. There's no hope for me at all. Someone please help me. I mean, Scar, what do you think of that, though?
But I just think make people. Oh, you know what? Maybe wave clearing isn't the problem. Just make people less tanky. Maybe you just make people less tanky. I think they're in a situation where
make like, people less tanky. You think? Have you ever played AD before?
No. Well, my argument for this is like, look, why is Blitz not a good champion right now? Blitz is a burst-oriented pick champion, right? So it used to be that you could just pick Blitz in any meta bot lane, right? Throw your shit at and pretty much auto kill anyone, any AD you hook, right? Or any support you hook. But nowadays, like, people are too tanky for that to happen. And like, people out damage him and out tank him. So he's like a garbage pick. But like, that's just because people are too tanky. Like, when I play against like certain mid laners, it's like, I can't kill these guys because they're very tanky a lot of times. But like, my all-in potential is pretty good. So maybe I give up wave clearing for the ability to all-in. But sometimes, a lot of times mid lane, you can't even all in. I'm playing an assassin, and it's like in the neutral position, I can't do an all in where I win the trade.
Think about it this way: if you make people less tanky, though, that means there's going to be less fighting in creep waves because creep waves will shit on you even harder, right? If you're less tanky, and you get dove like every other lane or every other wave. If the enemy jungler can dive you, you're just going to get one shot. If you're squishier than you are now.
Yeah, like, because I imagine, like, I think in a 1v1 scenario, being less tanky is interesting. But then when I think about the jungler being in the game, imagine Hecarim, and he comes and, like, easy. You actually die in half of a second. Like, you could.
Yeah, you explode.
Yeah, like, I had a game today. I was playing against Tyler. He was half life. He died instantly to Hecarim. Like, I couldn't believe it. I didn't even know where the fuck he went. So I think that's a good idea, but I don't know. It's up to Riot to figure it out, honestly.
Yeah,
we're just brainstorming ideas. I think there's a lot of interesting things that have been said, but I want to go back to on the topic of what do you think about the current meta for your role. I'll just talk about my role for a second because I used to say I think this meta is fucking awesome. I love playing different things. This meta fucking sucks. I hate this goddamn meta.
I was like, I'm gonna give him a week, dude. He's so
I was so excited for this meta when I first heard it. I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna play. And I imagine there's a lot of people that felt the same way. Like, oh my god, bot lane's gonna be. It's a whole new world down here. The whole new world is literally playing the same 4 fucking mages every single fucking game. I play Heimerdinger, or I'll play Wukong every now and then. I'll play Swain, Morgana. That's it. That's every fucking game for me now. And I mean, yeah, it's really fun. I know people love watching it because they're like, holy shit, Cutie, your Heimer is ridiculous because I put 3 turrets down and then I shoot my rockets at the turret the entire fucking game. People love that shit, dude.
I see your shit on Reddit every once in a while. It's like Cutie Pie with like the eye-popping outplay. You miss grenade, miss missiles, the guy just runs around your turrets and dies anyway.
Dude, I play Heimer. I'm fucking god-awful at him, and I can still win games. It's just like, God, this doesn't feel rewarding at all. Like, at least when I was playing AD, if I was god-awful, it's like, damn, I got fucking destroyed. Now it's just like, who cares, man? I'm just fucking around now at this point.
I think that like I don't necessarily know if it's as like clear cut as that. There are like Heimer's like super top tier with like Swain, Vlad, stuff like that. But there are picks you can pick into that like more.
I think Morgana is the best champion in the game right now. Like I actually legitimately think she's the best champ. She can be played. The way you tell a champion's broken, how many roles it get played in? She can be played in every single fucking role if you want. If you want to jungle her, go for it. You want to play her fucking top lane, you could probably play a top lane.
Yep.
Yeah, like she's actually fucking broken as hell. I think she's...
Why do you think all these mages are so disgusting? Is it because like Fleet Footwork got wrecked, the HP regen for all the ADCs got wrecked, and it's just like you're overwhelming them with poke, or you're just bursting them?
I think it's overwhelming them with poke because there's not really much you can do now against poke as an AD. You got your base health regen nerfed. You lost Fleet Footwork. You lost a lot of things. You pretty much can't deal with the shove because, I mean, mages...
You never could before, yeah.
Yeah, you never could before, but at least you could, like, try to fight them. Now, if you try to hit a creep, you're just going to kill yourself, basically. And probably the worst thing about the mages right now is like their itemization is just so much stronger than an AD's. And I'm not trying to make any enemies with you guys here, so pardon me if I sound like I'm blaming you guys.
I agree.
I agree too.
Yeah, like mage itemization is too fucking good. It's too safe and it's too strong. Like, AD, you have to go full damage to deal damage, and I don't have a problem with that, because I die instantly or I can kill someone. But now it's like, I die instantly and I can't kill anything, and if I go a mage, like, if I'm Heimerdinger and I have my Ludens, I'm gonna insta-kill anyone. Like, it's fucking disgusting. And if I can't insta-kill them, if my Ludens procs on them with my W, it does like... It's like 300 damage, and the AD probably has like 1,000 health, 900 health. Like,
yeah, next combo you're just like grenade ult and they're just dead. Like, okay,
yeah, like
feels good playing AD.
Yeah, it feels fucking great, dude. Like Zanya's, it's a fucking amazing item. It's too fucking amazing in my opinion. Like, and these weren't problems before because, like, before you just play AD and it doesn't matter because you outscaled them, but now. You don't really... I mean, you do outscale them if you don't lose Baron, but you're going to lose Baron because you're, like, actually a deadweight champion. And then once Baron's gone, there's no stalling. You just auto-lose the game. So...
Yeah, I think there's, like, a lot of different factors. Like, games lasting shorter. ADCs not ever getting, like, regen, no more, like, Fleet Footwork shenanigans. Just like all these things put together that they buffed like Luden's mana, like you get more mana from Luden. It's just like all these things together kind of just like hit at one patch, and the crit items suck dicks, and it's just like everything just made 80s.
Dude, I was talking about this patch, and like I think that they did such a bad job of staggering like big changes. Like, you know how usually we get like the preseason patch, cool, we get like 3 months to mess around with the game. Literally, you guys remember the preseason where we had the preseason of cleaver stacking with like literally like 4 fucking black cleavers on juggernauts and going crazy, right? And then we had seasons of like What happened this preseason? It was something crazy.
I don't even fucking remember.
But like we'll have like a whole like couple months of that, and then it stabilizes, and the average game length is 20 minutes, literally like 22 minutes, and then it eventually goes to like 27, 30 minutes as the months go away from the preseason patch. Right now, it feels like it's preseason, and they just threw 2 preseason patches at us with the scuttle change affecting every single role. On top of that, the 80 itemization change actually making mages like super strong. And that opened up like a whole can of worms, like a whole terrible can of worms. So we're in this really weird state where we have double preseason patches back-to-back weeks.
Well, let me ask you guys.
Yeah.
Do you think that they should revert this change? Or do you think they should try to like work their way through it?
They have to double down.
Oof.
You think they have to double down? Heisendong, what do you think? You think they should try to back out?
Yo, I'm all for just like giving like a little bit of a buff. All right, like ADCs, they're getting poked out. Just a little bit of a buff to fleet footwork, or a little bit of a buff to HP. Like, I don't know exactly how it goes in like Riot's balance team meetings and stuff like that, but I feel like if every patch they're just like, this is a little strong, they just tweak everything like tiny bits. Maybe that's too much work. I have no idea why, but I feel like it shouldn't be like too insane. They just kind of like monitor the stats after that and see, because I feel like the players are going to get the best thing. The players are always going to like right now it's like the 4 champions, like Morgana. It took like a week for people to start like figuring out what the best champions are, and I think it's always going to be like that in a way. People are trying to figure it out, but I don't think they have the foresight to figure out what the meta is going to be without like just doing a little bit of changes and then monitoring what the players do, the whole player base does. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I mean, I agree. There's no way they could ever know, like, what the meta will be off of a change. Like, they could change Aatrox now is a complete garbage champion, and they're like, okay, Aatrox won't be played, the meta's saved now. And now, because Aatrox isn't getting played, you start playing, like, a tank jungle for some fucking reason. It's like, why the fuck is this happening? I don't understand. Like, so many random factors go into, like, why people start doing what they do that it's kind of hard to tell. What do you think of? Did you guys watch the double lift video?
Yeah, I just watched it. Just talked about it. Holy shit!
Did you watch it, Heisendong?
I haven't seen it yet.
Well, just like I guess Sky, give him a brief summary on it if you could.
Essentially, he's saying that their patch cycles are too frequent, so when it causes problems with pro players have to constantly having to relearn the game, and it's disruptive for casual players because they don't want to play with such frequent patch cycles because the game changes so much. So it's like creates a really unstable environment for the entirety of the game. And on top of that, he talked about like reworks and how the idea of loss aversion exists. Like on average, people would rather look to lose, or if they're given the option to gain or lose $100, usually it's balanced by gaining $200 for every $100 you lose. It's like a 2-to-1 ratio. And so he talks about that when it comes to like reworks and people being really like, and why nerfs should be not the thing you do normally. You should do buffs over nerfs, mainly because of how loss aversion works.
Yeah, on what you were talking about earlier, let me ask, what do you think of like not patching the game as often as they do, like letting people figure out how to play the game? Because obviously they're doing patches at this point at a rate that people aren't learning the game. It's just like people are just hey, maybe this might be good. Oh shit, wait, everything just changed. This shit sucks now. Do you think that they should maybe try slowing it down a little bit, let people figure it out, and be like, oh, well, actually, let's go this direction instead?
Yeah, I mean, I would be okay if the patches were slowed down, but like, I think it's their changes. They do like massive buffs and like massive reworks and massive nerfs to certain champions, where it's like the patches come so fast, and we do have to kind of adapt. But if they do like the little changes and make them, over a longer period of time, it probably won't be as bad. Maybe it'll be boring. Maybe that's what they're afraid of. Like the game's just going to be stale and everyone's same meta for so long and they want to shake shit up. I have no idea what's going on in their minds. What do you guys think?
See, I talked about this on my stream, and Okay, well, I found a solution or a solution, but one of the biggest things because Riot responded to this. Riot Blastoise, he's one of the people who run. I don't remember. I know he helped me with with reworks, but he oversees a bunch of stuff. But he says that one of the big arguments that Double Up had was that in StarCraft there was a historic matchup where Bisu versus Savior, where Bisu found the build in a Protoss versus Zerg matchup where Protoss is super unfavorable, and then he found the build that made the matchup swing 10 percentage points in his favor. It then became a super Protoss sided thing, and then super high innovation. And he said that to get to that innovation standpoint, the game didn't get patched for years, and no one would for me. No one would play League of Legends if the game didn't get patched for a year, right? So what's a reasonable amount of time you can wait for the game to get patched? I would say the very farthest, if the game doesn't get patched once a month, I don't think people would play the game. I think this game would lose player base. So maybe 2 weeks is too short, but I think 3 weeks, maybe 3 weeks is the answer. But I think the game does need to get patched consistently because especially for a game that's 7 years old, I don't believe that people will play the game if the game doesn't change.
All right, fair enough. Well, we talked about this topic for a lot, so let's go on to the next one. After EU smashed NA and Rift rivals, they quoted Heimer as being super strong. What made Heimer turn into the best AD in the game? Well, we talked about it before. A lot of the AD nerfs, ADs just don't have a way of dealing with Heimer turrets just 24/7 shoving. Heimer poke, which is absolutely disgusting. And then having to also deal with the support. It's like laning 3v2 basically against Heimer because you gotta his turrets are his own champion, then it's Heimer, then it's the fucking support. So what were you gonna say, Heisendong?
No, I was gonna say they balanced Heimerdinger based on how hard it is to hit your grenade, right? The grenade's honestly pretty hard to hit if you're just 1v1. The guy knows you're trying to hit the grenade. If he's just moving, by the time you see the grenade, if you just keep moving or move a different direction, you'll never get hit by it, right? If you have good ping or decent ping. But when you're playing with a support who has CC and just makes landing the grenade trivial, and you can put turrets down while your support's CCing them, and then you grenade them, they're dead. Whoever you hit is dead. Whoever you CC is dead. Fiddlesticks, right? There's so many different support. Pike. Name a support that doesn't have CC, right? Brand, whatever it is, Morgana.
Yeah.
With Heimerdinger, you're just dead if you ever get hit by one CC.
Yeah, I definitely think that, Heimer, he does a pretty obscene amount of damage. Now, this will sound, I don't think Heimer is broken. I think that he's broken in this meta, but I think, if you changed it back to what it used to be, I don't think Heimer is going to be the first pick, first ban. I think he's only broken because of the changes that happened. And, does he deserve a nerf because of that? I mean, that's the tricky thing of I'm not
The
really
game is weird because even for mid lane, right? Talon is super OP now, but that's just because the meta changed to accommodate almost perfectly his skill set. The games are really short, prioritizes shoving, roams are really strong right now. So all of a sudden, Talon's super good, but. I was
going to say, two of the other reasons why Heimer's just beats every other ADC is because games are super short. By the time, it's 30 minutes or whatever, the game's over, right? The game's decided at that point. Heimerdinger destroys Baron like no other champion. You could solo it pretty easily if you're just average. And, those two combine, and you just take Dragon whenever you want. Having to fight against the Heimerdinger, who's, has good vision, his team has vision, you could just die to any grenade. He has turrets everywhere, right? It's such a pain early game. Maybe if the game's dragged out a little bit longer and Baron was a little bit harder to do, they made Baron way too easy. I remember they buffed it because it's games are ending too fast, and they made it even easier than it was before. I had no idea why they did that shit.
Yeah,
I think if they just revert that would help a lot, actually.
Yeah, it might. No, because the thing is, Baron's from my understanding, I think Riot wants the games to end quickly. They don't want you to feel like you're trapped inside of a losing game, which is great. But the way you go about that is like balancing the games, like snowball and that shit. Like you don't want to be trapped inside of a game, so we're gonna end it for you with Barrett. We're just gonna make you like, you don't have to deal with this shit. If you're losing, dude, we're gonna make sure you fucking lose now. I think that was a really bad way of going about it. Like, I hate Baron now. I fucking can't stand the way that it functions, because you guys agree, if you get Baron, it's auto win. If you get Baron stolen from you, it's auto lose. Like,
yeah, it's pretty binary. It's pretty bad.
Yeah, like, Baron is just such a stupid fucking objective now. And, like, I understand.
What makes it stupid? Is it the fact that you just can't clear creeps at all after?
Yeah, there's no clearing the creeps. Like, you can't clear creeps at all. It gives disgusting experience. Like, you're going to out-level everyone. Like, every time, if you look at after someone gets Baron, they're probably, everyone on their team's 2 levels up. It gives, like, stupid amounts of gold. It gives everything you basically need. Like, it's an all-in-one package to end the fucking game.
I'm okay with, like, the bonus AP, AD you get, like, the gold, the EXP. Like, I think that's, like, okay. But then it's like you can't clear any creeps, so you're forced to take any fight. You're supposed to just, like, we gotta kill one person. Hopefully that'll delay their Baron. And then you obviously lose because they have fucking Baron. And then you just lose the game like a minute later, right?
Yeah, the problem is, remember those competitive games that stalled out to like 60 minutes? That's because like literally they had to make like a clause where like getting multiple elders or getting multiple Barons like just pretty much allows you to end the game, because even with Baron minions, stuff was getting cleared way too much. Like games were stalling out 50 minutes. Like, yeah, this just all comes back to the problem with wave clear, because Baron has to do that for you to have Baron be an objective to end the game. And I think that on top of Baron being so important, styles of plays that don't prioritize objective control, stuff like I would say poke, stuff like split push, anything that's not team fight oriented, or like I would say somewhat pick oriented team fight comps don't exist. They don't function right now because how important Baron is to the game, and I think that's bad. I want there to be a lot of different styles of play. I don't think there are, because
let me ask you guys then. What did you prefer before? Did you prefer games that went to like 50 minutes, 40 minutes? Or do you prefer the games now that are like 20 minutes?
Shit, that's a tough question.
Dude, I don't mind either. What I don't like sitting in games for like 10 minutes and I know the game's lost. Like, I'm not talking about like an 0-5 game. I'm talking about like a 16-2 game. Like, or like a 2-15 game. And it's like 8 minutes or like 10 minutes of the game, and I just know it's over. Like, I can't do anything about it. The best I can do, and I tell people this, hope like a natural disaster happens on your enemy player, and like even then it's like a coin flip after that happens.
You'd hope or, like, that on your opponent's guard?
No, I'm just saying that's probably the highest winning. That's probably the highest winning play. Like, so some games will not be winnable unless like the opposing player like dramatically messes up. And I'm talking like cataclysmic, his internet shuts off kind of thing. And I think that those types of games are really frustrating to play and are too common right now. So I don't mind short games, but games where you feel like you don't have control of the game are the worst. And I think that right now the game has a lot of that.
I mean,
do you feel like people? Go ahead.
I was gonna say, you think that the game being 20 minutes, it could be all 20 minutes of that. You feel like you're in control? Because it would be difficult. Like, my thing is, I think the 20-minute surrender, it was 20 minutes because that was the halfway mark. If you felt like you couldn't win, all right, let's not play it for 40 more minutes. The way it is now, they need to make it a 10-minute FF. Like, seriously, the way the game goes now, I want to just be able to forfeit at 10 minutes and be done with this shit. Because it's like, some of the games, okay, my team's just... It's 0-16. There's literally no fucking way we win this game at all. They're gonna get Baron. Like, it's 0-16 at 10 minutes. So there's no fucking way we win this. Maybe if it was 0-16 back in the day, I'd be like, I'm playing Jinx. I can scale up. We got a chance. Mm-hmm. What fucking champions, like, now? There's no champions now that you have any chance of scaling up towards. Like, what do you guys think of
Yeah.
What's your
being a
take?
streamer and you get like behind early on in this meta, it's just you're just gonna get flamed for the next like 20 minutes by your chat. There's just nothing you could do, and you're just like, I'm not gonna reach that, dude. I'm not gonna reach.
Yeah, that's literally it. Like sometimes I'll go into a game, it's like, damn, my lane's going fucking well. Nice, I got the turret down. Let's see what's happening around the map. Oh, we lost. Okay. Like that's it. Oh, I got the turret. Oh, everyone's beating their ass off. We lost. Okay. Like there's nothing else to say about the game sometimes.
And the thing is, like, Riot even made a situation like the game was worse than the current state. There used to be a situation where the game, if you go 0-4, like the chances of you winning the game are so low that you don't want to play it. And now it's like you could probably stomach an 0-6.
I'll be honest.
Hell no.
The new comeback gold is kind of nuts, right?
Yeah, exactly.
No, I think the comeback gold, I actually think that it's a step in the right direction. I'll say this one's pretty out here though. You guys don't have to agree with me. I think that comeback should work not based on kills, but based on gold percentage. It should, if you're like significantly ahead of your opponent, killing you should give you like a bounty, not based on kill. Because after you get the first kill, let's be honest, dude. The bounty goes up to like 4 kills. If someone's 10-0 and you kill them for the bounty, who gives a fuck? You fucking lost anyways, dude. But like, if you can keep killing that 10-0 person over and over again because they have such a higher percentage of like gold compared to everyone else, I feel like that'd be a better way of going about it. Whether or not that would, I have no fucking idea.
Dude, whatever the hell Cutie's on, dude, I need some of that.
Yeah.
That sounds like a good idea.
That sounds fucking crazy, though. It punishes you for getting farther ahead. You know, and already, like, you get punished so hard.
Wait, to be fair, though, it only punishes you for feeding. It doesn't punish you for getting far ahead.
Yeah, that's what my entire stream is built off of. Like, how do you?
That's my stream too. Hey, don't get me wrong. That's my stream too, dude. But I'm just saying, like, because there needs to be something to actually rubber band you back into the game, dude. When the jungle's like 6-0, you fucking lost. But if I feel like, oh, I can kill the jungler and I can kill him again. Oh, look, I'm starting to claw my way back into it. Like if he's 6-0, I kill him once. It's like, well, if I kill him again, that's great, but who gives a fuck? He's already so fed out of his mind farming.
Do you feel like people tilt easier nowadays? Like, I think all of us have been playing since season, like, 1 or since, you know, when did you guys start playing the League?
Yeah, I started playing, I think.
It's like season 1, pretty much.
Yeah, the first champion to come out, I think, when I started playing was either a Kali or Olaf or some shit. It was one of those champs, so.
I don't even remember how the game was back then. Like, we've been playing so much. I can't remember if people had fun, if people tilted as easily as they do now. I don't remember how important Baron was. Like, I gotta rewatch some videos. I don't remember if the game was more fun, but I feel like people tilt so goddamn easily now. It's like,
oh no! I think people tilt so much easier, but that's just because I feel like it's just a natural,
right?
Yeah, it's just a natural cause because games are just fucking lost immediately, and people like they say they don't want you to feel trapped in a game. You're actually trapped in the game. Like,
dude, I had like an example of this. I played with Sven, Mithy, and like Someday. I literally fed level 1. Like, we tried to dive. I died, and my jungler died. Yeah, and legit, that was like a hostage situation. Like, I accidentally put my team in like the worst. At some point, Mithy catch ulted into the mid tower and died and just said like unlucky or something. Like, that's how bad it was.
Yeah, like
it was just. It's. I felt so bad. I was like, yeah, I just lost the game for us at minute 0.
Yeah, but that's the thing is like losing a game at minute 0. It's not something that should be. That's not okay. Like, we agree. You shouldn't be able to just lose a game because you fuck up once at like the start of the game, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, how they go about fixing that? Because I remember when I played back in the day, like if you had a bad level 1, because everyone used to level 1 invade back in solo queue. You remember, like, people would fuck it up all the time. Yeah. It's just like, who gives a fuck, dude? Just play it out. Like, people
are too good now. I'm telling you, like, if you level 1 correctly and the jungler gets a small lead and he knows what he's doing, the enemy jungler is just his bitch the whole time.
But that's the thing. Is it that people are too good now, or is it the meta? Because I think I definitely agree with you. People have gotten a lot better, and it definitely adds to the snowball effect. I think that they've just fucked up so many things consistently, and they don't. Riot never wants to go back on something, which I understand because I don't understand it, but I'll say I do. But like,
I like that they went back on the Blanc.
Yeah, no,
yeah.
yeah, that's great, dude. Like, when they go back on things, it makes me happy because at least they can be like, you know what, we fucked up, dude. Let's just fucking fix it. But like Jungle's an example. If you feed the jungler 2 kills, you ought to lose the game. If he starts the game off with like his jungle item, you fucking lost the game. Just go next. And that's not how it should be. But like jungle just has so many resources to work with that it's like it's a role that can't be contested, and they have all the impact in the game. And now I'm probably just going off on a tangent about junglers being broken.
Yeah, I'm like, you really hate junglers now, dude.
Dude, I'm saying it because I swear to God, mark my words. Everyone that plays this game, mark my words. I've said it. Jungle will be the death of this game. Like, jungle role.
Really?
I think jungle is like the most obscene role. It makes zero fucking sense. I'm not a game designer, so I'm probably stupid as fuck, but this is how I feel about it. And I want to talk to you guys about my feelings. That's okay with us?
Let them know.
Yeah, I'm gonna let them out here. Jungle makes no fucking sense for a role to be able to impact every lane and to impact the enemy like, it's not about who wins what. It's just jungle versus jungle. If your jungle's ahead, he's gonna invade the enemy jungle, take everything. You can't do anything against that shit. Like, if you try to contest him, he's going to kill your ass. And then he's going to snowball even harder. And then you lose everything, and the game it's fucking over then. Like, at least if mid lane's doing that, you can try to, like, gank him, get people to team up on him. If the jungler is doing that, you're not going to run into the enemy fucking jungle. Hey, where are you, dude? Are you over here? Oh, you were in here? Well, shit, I guess I wasted my time. Is there a jungle camp? Nothing.
I think that, I don't know, like, because you say this, so it must mean that jungle is the most important role in the game. But
I'll say, I think jungle is the most important role. I thought it was, but the way that people play funnel now and just put it all into mid lane is like, I think funnel though it's a product of jungle being broken. I don't think funnel is a product of mid lane being broken. It's because jungle's broken, and you just want to be the most efficient as possible. And it's just better for your mid laner to take the jungle camps than it is for your jungle to take the mid lane camps.
But like, they can't fucking remove jungle. Can you just say that everything's just a 1v1?
No, I don't think that. Yeah, I don't think that they should remove jungle. But like back in the day, like. Jungle used to be a tank role.
Dude, just remove jungle. Everyone just won.
No. I don't think. No, I don't think they should remove it. But you know, I'm just saying they should.
Okay, I agree. Yeah, how about this? I think that they should at the very least consider nerfing the damage or skirmish potential junglers have. I don't think skirmishing sabers should be in the game.
Chilling first, yeah. The challenging smite is just like,
I don't care if people chilling smite me. If I get ganked, I get chilling smite. I'm just like, okay, dude, he got me, he slowed me, that's cool. When I get like exhaust ignited and I can't win the 1v1 as like an assassin, I get kind of pissed. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think like a zero resist, like no health, like jungler should be able to out damage me when I'm like playing the some random mid laner.
Is that rune in Resolve the one that gives you a CC reduction when you use a summoner spell? Does that still exist?
Yeah, no one uses it.
Because why aren't Smite mid laners taking that shit? And just because Smite is up like every 50 seconds or 60 seconds, it's like very like available, right? For mid laners, you get so much CC reduction that with the tenacity from Legends.
Because usually the resolve tree is not that useful right now. That's all.
Okay. I was just like a little thought. Why nobody does that?
Yeah, no, I mean, I'll say too, like, I think jungle, it's a role that has to exist because it's the person that, like, shakes it up. but when the game revolves around them, I'm not talking about competitive either, because competitive's a different beast. Like, at this point, as much as I hate to say it, competitive's nothing like solo queue anymore. Like, the shit that you see in competitive, you probably don't see in solo queue at all. Like, and that's really bad, and that's a whole nother fucking topic that we could talk about for, like, new players watching that shit, and they're like, what the fuck is happening? But, like, in solo queue, jungles, they're just fucking obscene. It's fucking dumb, dude. And what should be done about that, who the fuck knows, but... I just had to vent that. Just had to vent it out there.
How many times have you died jungle ganks today? I'm just curious. Just random question.
I'm just saying, man, without my bias in it, no, my bias completely in it, jungle's broken as fuck. Let's go to the next topic.
All his past like YouTube videos recently, just like, look at this stupid broken role. Watch a real player play this role.
Yeah, I play Graves jungle. Dude, don't even get me started on Graves, man. Kindred, Graves, any of the carry junglers, I could go on and on about that shit, but... So, a lot of EU pros this weekend quoted NA solo queue problems as primarily high ping, one trick, poor mechanics, and streamers that play for fun. Do you agree with their assessment?
Yes.
Ooh.
Dude, I'll say, whoever said that, I played against Reckles, I bent his ass over. He played Vlad, don't ever play that shit on my server. Absolute dog shit. If he was one of the people that complained, and he played that pathetic ass Vlad against me, no. But to the other topics, ping. I mean, what do your guys' take on?
Dude, I don't even know. Like, I think obviously ping has a negative issue, but it's been such a long time. Like, I feel like it's not that big of a problem. But like, you just came over from East Coast, dude. How's your ping?
It's higher. I mean,
how you feeling?
I'll be honest. I don't think that the ping's like that big of an issue. Like, I think. I've got some other issues. I'm gonna be honest, I got some other issues other than ping right now.
Okay.
I feel like a lot of people can relate to me that are playing bot lane, but yeah, ping. I mean, it sucks that it's so high, but one, there's like not really anything you can do about it. Because let's be honest, if they split the servers, the fucking game dies.
It's that game.
Yeah, so that's not happening, and I don't know how. Whatever the fuck, like, ISP connections work, but I can't imagine that they could fix the ping at all, so I just think that people should deal with it. I mean, what's your guys' take on ping?
I'm one of the lucky ones, dude. I'm like Toronto, so I get like 20, 30 ping, and sometimes my ping will spike to like 80. Yeah, sometimes I'll get like 80 ping spikes, and I'll be like, holy shit, I can't play on 8 because it goes up from 20 to 80 and you miss all your skill shots. People are like, oh, I'm from, I played on Venezuela, 200 ping. I'm just like, dude, it's the fact that it's fucking switching up and down.
Yeah, I'll say a lot of people don't get that when like someone's lagging. Like, if the ping is steady, it doesn't fucking matter. It's when the ping goes from, like, 10 to 90 over and over again, it's like, you can't play on that. I don't give a fuck if you're playing from Antarctica and it's, like, 1,000 ping you're playing on. Shut the fuck up. If you play on 1 ping to 1,000 ping, it's fucking unplayable. But I agree with you on that. I mean, yeah, what do you think of, like, 80 ping? Because you must have played on it like a little bit, like if your connection was kind of fucky. Is it that bad?
Dude, I just would play like champions that aren't as mechanically, important. Like no, I know, like I like that's why I tried like Alawi. Fucking Alawi, you just queue the wave's done. You W the creep gone. Lissandra, just 2 Q. You know what I'm saying? You guys catch my drift? Like Quas, when he used to play from Venezuela, he legit had like 300 ping. I used to play with him way back in the day. He would only play AP Scion and Singed. That was it. And he got to like he got to like top 100 with 300 ping, playing like Singed and AP Scion, because you just needed 0 mechanical ability.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't think it's that bad.
What about the other problems? Let me start reading. One tricks, poor mechanics, and streamers.
Okay, I'll say that ping and poor. Yeah. That's another. I'll get into all of them. I'll say ping and poor mechanics tie into each other. That's a problem that obviously, if Riot wants to fix it, it's up to them. I don't think that there's anything that they can do about it. And we all agree there's nothing really they could do about the ping, right?
Yeah, it's not happening.
Yeah, so there's not really anything to say about that. For one-tricks, I think one-tricks are a problem to a certain extent.
Fuck those guys.
Yeah, fuck those guys.
Fucking idiots.
That's what I'm saying, dude. No, like, I don't know. I'm not trying to make any enemies here. Let me start out by saying that. But, like, I definitely think one-tricks contribute to a big problem of just, like, they don't really understand the game, but they understand how to play their champion really fucking well. And, like, with how solo queue is, there's no communication. So, like, understanding how to play the game isn't the most important thing. The most important thing is just knowing how to play your champion. Obviously, that's different at a competitive level because you need the whole package. But in solo queue, because you're just rewarded for playing the game well and not, like, truly understanding it, one-tricks can rise up a lot of the time. And that's pretty bad because it's basically just clogging the ladder for people that actually are, like, trying to get better. Now, whether or not that's true or not, I'm not sure. I think that's how it works. I mean, Scar, what do you think of that?
But the thing is, it's like, when I tell people how to get better at the game, I'm just like, just play one champion. You lower amount of variables, just play one champion, and do good, you know? That's what, like, everyone advises. Literally, Riot's new, like, changes for bot lane make it so it's even more possible. You want to play Tryndamere in 80 position? It's going to suck. But, like, maybe you're just a better player that you can pull it off, you know? And it just encourages that kind of, I guess, pick one champion, go everywhere mentality. I think that in a perfect world, it'd be nice to have people play every role with at least a couple champions. But, I mean, in this universe, you play one champion in every role. And if it gets banned, well, good luck.
Yeah, I mean...
Yeah.
Oh, what were you going to say? Heisendong, you can...
No, like, I agree. Like, the first thing I said was, like, I don't fucking know anything about... I feel like I don't know anything about this game. Like, just because I'm good at Heimerdinger and, like, I know all the mechanics of this one champion or whatever. Like, I've gone to Challenger with playing, like, other champions, too. Like, Lissandra, Zed, I used to play for Heimerdinger. But, like, I feel like someone who plays a bunch of champions just understands so much more about the game. And, like... understands how to counter the champions that they play. Like, if I go against someone who I've never played before, I don't know their cooldown, or I don't have it, like, in the back of my head, like, their cooldowns, how much damage they're going to do at what item breakpoints, and all that stuff, right? And someone who, like, Shifter, for example, who plays, like, almost whatever, he'll know when a champion can beat him or can't, right? Strengths and weaknesses, stuff like that. I feel like that's kind of important to do as well. I've been trying to play other champions.
We're not trying to play. This isn't an intervention or anything.
Yeah, dude, you quoted two.
I'm working on it.
You quoted two other champions you got the challenger with, dude. That's great. That's so good.
Yeah, that's fucking fantastic. Like, I think if you can play more than one champion, it's really fucking good. Like, it's the people that literally, like, I love Talon players. There's a lot of fucking Talon one-tricks right now. If you ban Talon away from them, dear God, have fucking mercy. Like, it's actually... I don't even know what to say about it. It's just ridiculous, so...
I get irrationally angry when I play against Talon players. I feel like they get away with the biggest BS. Like, they don't even know how to lane. A lot of them. And it's like, people just don't know how to play against Talon. And then, like... the current meta rewards you for playing that kind of style. Ugh.
Yeah, it's really fucking...
The nerfs should help.
Yeah, the nerfs, I'm excited for that, so we never have to see Talon again. Let me ask you guys, though. So, I know in Dota, when you play ranked, they have it so you can see the people you're playing against. Like, you see everyone in the game as soon as you get into match or, like, champ select. Do you think that League should do that, too? Because I know some people have said they should make it so you don't see their streamer mode, so you don't see anyone. But I would actually prefer if you could see everyone that's in the game as soon as you get in and just fucking ban.
Dude, Heroes of the Storm has that system, and it's really awkward. It forces all the one tricks to be two tricks. That's literally what it is. But, like, maybe that's better. I don't think that's better. I think the game has been too long in this one thing. People are going to get pissed if you can't play certain champs.
Yeah, that's like the biggest problem. That's what I talked about it before. Is I was like, that's probably why Dota is fucking not as popular as League, because like people just want to play one champion, and there's nothing wrong with it. Like playing one champion that you truly enjoy is like, it's not something that should be punished, I guess, would be. Yeah, but the problem is like when you're trying to, if you play that one champion and you play him really fucking well and you're like, fuck, I'm gonna play rank now, and you start climbing up the ladder and you're like going crazy on the ladder, you just end up being like, I don't want to say a deadweight player, but you're just like, I don't know how to phrase it, but you know what I mean? Like, it's just
a deadweight player.
Yeah, it's a deadweight player.
It's just what it is.
Yeah. So it's like, I don't know. There's two points of it. I think that if you got rid of one tricks, it would help solo queue develop into a more like team oriented type of game instead of like, because I think another problem for solo queue is people are really fucking bad. So like one tricks can get away with a lot of things because they're just better than them. Like they're better on the champion, and it doesn't matter like knowing the map because you're never gonna get to like do anything on the map because they're just better than you. And usually, like at least if you can't beat them in the matchup, you can beat them in like the rotation or some shit. That shit doesn't happen because people are just fucking awful.
Yeah, there's no such thing as rotations anymore. It's like you take the tower, you like meander around the map, and then you get the Baron.
Yeah. So like I think if you do some shit for one tricks, it might help, but yeah.
Probably make the game a little bit more competitive. Probably frustrating if you like really wanted to play a certain, champion, but I think it would make it more competitive. Yeah, I think Scar's right, where it's just, we've done it the one way for so long.
People are getting pissed.
Yeah. No, I definitely think people would get pissed. I mean, it's an idea. I don't think that it's a good one, but something to throw out there. And I guess the final topic, content creators. Yeah, the content creator. I've seen people, I got a content creator on my team, auto lose. That's what they call me. They don't call me a streamer, they call me a content creator. Uh-oh, this guy is about to create some content. We fucking lost this game. I get that shit, and I understand where they're coming from. What do you guys think? I mean, I guess I'll start off because, playing for fun. I mean, obviously, I'm not playing to be like, I'm going to pick some stupid shit and fucking auto-lose the game for my team. Like, obviously, I want to win every game that I play. I don't go into the game, like, wanting to lose. I mean, sometimes I will, but most of the time I don't. Like, sometimes, I'll be honest, dude, sometimes I'll pick something. Oh, I really want to play an Evelyn game. And I'll play an Evelyn game, and it's not very good.
Yeah.
You'll just get smashed like a game before on Evelyn. Like, oh, this shit's easy, dude. There's no brain required. And it's like, wait a second, I have no idea.
Yeah, when I do that, I'm playing for fun. But when I play bot lane, I always want to try my best. The thing is, though, is like, there's like two alternatives. There's either you play the game, things aren't going your way, damn, that sucks. Like, you just chill about it. It's okay. Like, we'll get them next time. And then you're for fun. Or you can, oh my god, what the fuck is happening? Why isn't anyone listening to me? Do what I tell you, you stupid fuck. Holy shit, why? Like, if you do that, yeah, you can be perceived as like, I'm trying really fucking hard to win, dude. See my frustration? But like, I don't know, man. Like, sometimes it's just not worth getting angry in solo queue.
I feel like that shit doesn't even help you win. Like, I feel like just talking to your team, telling them what to do, like, unless it's, obvious, like, hey, we need to, like, focus this person. Just being like, you're garbage, dude. Pick up the slack or doing this stuff. People are just like, fuck you. They just, like, sell their items. Like, I've never been able to just talk to someone and be like, hey, can we, like, try to take this game a little seriously? They're all just like, fuck.
Yeah, they're like, blow it out your ass, dude. Take this serious.
Holy shit.
Yeah, dude, like, no one listens to you if you try talking to them. Like, I think a great way, if you want to make the game, like, for the content creators out there, more like, you want to invest more into it, I'm a fan of voice chat. If I can communicate with my team, and like actually start to get into the game. Because it's like, if I'm just talking to myself, oh, top lane 0 and 10, haha, dude, guess we just lose. Whatever, man. What's there for me to fucking say? It's just like, well, guess I'm just having a good time today. Like, if my top lane 0 and 10, and I can be like, dude, we'll like try to get a TP. When's your TP coming up? All right, we could try to do some shit bottom, like that kind of shit. Like, at least maybe we can try to like resolve something. But most of the time, it's just pointless, and then it's like, well, better just play for fun then.
I feel like people will be less toxic on voice chat. Like, when you're typing, there's like a disconnect, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just say some stupid shit, it's like, whatever. Like, when we were just playing those, the in-house, you guys were like feeding your asses off and shit. But you were still being like, dude, we're 0-4 this, the 0-5 pop off. You're like, just having fun. You know, it's like, you're just more yourself. You're more like,
yeah,
it doesn't really matter if you're just talking with people and trying to have a good time. When you're typing, it's just fucking something about it. Dude.
No, I agree with you 100%. I'm not like a psychologist. I don't know science or fucking anything. But like the way I feel about it, if you can attach a human voice to something, it makes it seem more like impactful. Like if I'm just typing to someone and I see them typing back to me, I don't give a fuck. Like, if he's like, hey, fuck you, you stupid fuck, don't tell me what to do. It's like, hey, you stupid fuck, stop feeding your ass off. If someone, like, tells me, cutie, I'm just trying, dude, lay off me, it's like, oh, fuck, I'm sorry, man.
Shit, it's a real person over there.
Yeah, like, that's actually it. It's like, oh, fuck, wait, you're actually human. Because I'll play a lot of games, I'll be like, there's no way this guy's human. Like, I'm convinced of it. And, like, if I hear a human voice talking back to me, it's like, oh, my God, wait, he's actually... Like, maybe I should treat him like a real human being.
Is it weird that some part of me thinks that, like, if you do get someone who does rage that hard, that would be a great video to put on YouTube. Like,
oh, dude, that's some good content.
That's some great stuff. Like, I can already see... There's some people, I think, that, like, would just rage really hard even on voice chat. What's up, Heisendong?
No, I was gonna say, like, back in season 1 when I first started playing game, I'm talking like when Hotshot GG was like rank 1, when like Reggie was like rank 2. Like, I'm talking like back in the day.
Shit,
I used to like look up to Cutie, dude. I used to be like, holy shit, that guy's so good, dude. I can't wait to get this good. I can't wait to get in game with this guy, right? Like, I was like, this is gonna be great. And then I started to get good at the game and stuff. And then I finally play with this monkey over here. He's like 0-10, dude.
Wait, really? I was feeding my ass off? I don't believe... Okay, let me say, that's actually funny you bring that up. Did you feel like slighted or some shit by me that, like, you finally get in game? You didn't feel anything?
Dude, look, honestly, I was more, like, focused on myself not feeding my ass. I was, like, trying super hard. And I was like, this guy's gonna flame me if I feed my ass off. And then I realized that you don't give a shit. Like, you actually, if someone's just like, you know, they're trying and you know they're not actually like feeding and just being like complete, you know, brainless, you don't usually flame. But you were flaming some other guy on our team who was doing some questionable stuff, and I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, I'll say I only flame people if I don't think they're trying. Like, if someone's just fucking bad, it's like, dude, whatever, man. It is what it is. But if someone...
Here's how, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, if someone, like, if I could tell they're not trying, they're just doing things that just make no sense. And obviously, I can't really judge them, like, if they're actually doing something that makes no sense. But if in my eyes they're doing something that makes no sense, I'm going to flame the shit out. I fucking can't stand that shit. But what were you going to say?
I was going to say, like, this was during a time when you had, like, Chow Dog, you had, like, some other really stupid name, but it was a magnificent stupid name. Like, it was, like, Perfector, right? It was just, like, the most, like, that's, like, all you're using is just, like, some stupid shit that makes no sense, like pizza something. Like,
I loved your European username. That was my favorite.
Yeah, that was a Fat American, the classic.
That was so good.
Whenever he was on Feedlord or Chow Dog, the game, we lost. If he was on my team, Feedlord, Chow Dog, we lost. If he's on Cutie Pie, holy shit, we win, right? He's on the enemy team, he's on Cutie Pie, fuck, I gotta, like, just remake the game, it's over. FF10. He's on Chow Dog, Freeload, dude. I don't know what was up with
Yeah, I don't fucking know either, man. But let me say, that's funny that you brought up that story of idolizing me, because when I first started playing the game, I didn't know, like, any professional players. And like as I got better and better, and I got more like in the know, I guess, or I don't know how you would phrase it. I played against CLG, like Choster Hotshot, and I played Zillion. I like shit on them with it, and I was like, holy fuck, I'm so much better than all these garbage fucks. And I felt so good about it. I went into another game. I played with Reginald on my team. I was like, oh my god, the Reginator, dude. I actually have him on my fucking team. He fed his fucking ass off the whole time. He said, I don't give a fuck about this game. And he just left. That pissed me off so fucking much. I held the greatest like grudge against them forever because I was like, this was my game. How could you do this to me? I'm surprised that you don't feel that way about me if I fed my ass off in your game.
Oh, dude, no, I don't give a shit. Yeah, if you giving a shit in League of Legends and like giving a shit what people say about you in League, I don't know how people do it. Like, I would just go nuts. I would go crazy.
Yeah.
If I like cared about the outcome of my games. I don't know how you guys do. Like, I see streamers who like are super emotional. They're super invested, right?
Yeah, but that's the thing.
10 hours a day.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Yeah, let me say that
so bad.
because that's why. Back to the topic. That's why people complain. Streamers that play for fun. Do you think that you need to be connected with the game to really be taking it seriously? Because like, I think again, it's super important. You kind of have to disconnect yourself from the game because sometimes it's just like, this game's fucking over. Like, what do I even say about it? Like.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think you have to disconnect from the game, but I think a lot of times that you just aren't trying as much. Like coming from someone who does, like it's like because I play such long hours, right? Like 6+ hours, like almost on a daily basis. Like it's hard for me to put like 100% effort in every game. Like, good example is like I'm walking from base to lane. I don't press tab to check cooldowns or like item buys from the enemy team. I don't think where the jungler is on this path. I think, hey, I can read my chat right now. Let me go see if anyone like subscribed and like let me see what they're talking about. And like that's like a bad habit that built up over time where it's like I think about that, it's like, yeah, that means I'm not 100% in it to win it. But like I also think that that's just kind of a natural thing to happen.
Someone subs, you just get like 5-man ganked right when you like look over for like a split second.
Dude, that has to be the most tilting thing I've had time. I'm in lane. Oh, well, it doesn't really seem like anyone's doing anything. Let me look over, re-chat, they flash on me, kill me, and I'm just like, man, are you fucking kidding me? Dude, I agree with you, though. I do that shit all the time where I know my focus should be on League, but it's not really. But the reason why I think it's okay for me is because I know all these motherfuckers in my game do the same exact thing. They might not be streaming, but you know these fuckers are looking at their second monitor like, who gives a fuck what happens in this game? Let me just read like what's happening on Twitter, dude, like all this kind of bullshit. So it makes me feel better about it. But do you guys think that I'm just like...
I have to say streaming in general just takes... You're literally putting in so much effort to speak about things, to just talk about, just have conversations in general. Like, hey, maybe, you know, this is the plan for the game and you're explaining that to your chat. And like that alone can make it so you have a disadvantage compared to someone who's literally just sitting there, like 100% brain, you know, capacity just going in on winning the game. And you're just kind of like reading chat, just like replying to people, shouting out subs, right? I feel like that kind of, at least I have a difficulty like playing at my 100%. Like when I'm off stream and I'm playing, games are like feel so easy.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's...
No, I definitely agree with you. It's like, yeah, when you're off stream and you're actually like able to focus without like outside distractions, it becomes a lot easier. Because streaming is basically like having someone like sitting right beside you talking to you the whole time you're playing. Like that's literally what it is. Because you have to pay attention. You don't want to just like, shut the fuck up, dude. I'm playing the goddamn game. Like you want to give them attention, but like, is it the best thing to do while you're playing? Debatable. But I guess to finish off this topic, let's just go through it. You think NA solo queue problems are a reason why NA sucks? Or do you think ping is a problem for NA solo queue?
Sure, but can't be fixed.
Do you think...
I don't think ping is that bad.
Do you think one tricks are a problem for solo queue?
Sure, but it
Teeny bit.
can't be fixed.
This is going well. Do you think poor mechanics are a problem for solo queue?
Tangentially to ping could be fixed that way, but since ping can't be fixed.
This is great.
Yeah, this is going really well. And streamers that play for fun, are they a problem for solo queue?
Yes, but they wouldn't play the game off stream. Like it's hard to expect them to stream and not interact and be 100% focused on the game. So they're a problem, but I also don't see a fix to that.
So everything can't be fixed. Perfect.
Oh, no, I actually think the one tricks can be fixed. But like I would say it'd be a tough look by Riot to be able to justify it.
Yeah, I can agree with that. It'd definitely be a bold move by them, but let's go to the next topic. So, with all the time we spend on the PC, is there ever any worry about wrist pain and other injuries while playing League for so long? I make sure that my posture is good and all that shit, so I don't ever have wrist problems. I don't know how you guys feel about it.
No, that shit affects even like non-gamers, like just people that work in front of a computer all day, right? That's like super important to make sure you're sitting right, you're like the distance between, where you are in the monitor and all that like shit. I feel like there should be like some sort of mini guide or something for people who spend a lot of time online or on a computer in front of a screen. But it's hard to like find the good information sometimes.
Do you ever worry about it personally though?
I did. Like I went through a part where like my wrist kind of did hurt, and I like bought one of those like balls that like ergonomic, you can like massage it, and like all right, that probably sounds that wouldn't sound right, but yeah, like I care, but I'm good now. Like I think sitting on a good chair and just as long as you figured out your posture and all that shit, you should be good as long as you get up and exercise every once in a while. Not that I do that shit, but
no, I definitely agree with you. I think the two biggest things for sitting on for working on your wrist is like making sure your posture is good, because posture is like I'm pretty sure it's like a huge contributing factor to fucking up your wrist. And then having a good chair, like Noble chair that I sit on. I love this chair. It's fantastic. There's a link down below. If you guys don't believe me, click that link. You can buy a Noble chair. It's fantastic. You're going to love it, I guarantee it. Scar, do you worry about it?
Yeah, I think it's actually a really big worry of mine. On and off. Like, I used to be, like, really... If I had random wrist pain, I'd be, like, super worried. Even now, like, we started talking about this, I just randomly just, like, started doing, stretch out my wrist because I'm like...
feel my bones, dude.
Yeah, oh, shit, like, maybe there is a problem. Like, because in the end, it's like, I don't know what I would do if I didn't have the ability to play games for a long period of time. And I love playing games for a long period of time. So, and I love using the computer, so it's like, losing that ability, like, sometimes frightens me. But I try not to worry about it, and like you try to maintain good posture while I'm streaming as well.
Yeah.
I try to stretch whenever I can.
Yeah, like one of the most important things I realized is like a lot of people, they'll play with like 5,000 DPI. So like instead of like when I use my hands, I use my whole arm to like move the mouse around. Like some people actually just use their wrist to move it around. That shit's fucking hell on your wrist. Another thing is like people with like fucked up posture, instead of like you want your arm to be like level when you're sitting, they'll be sitting like this hand's a mouse. They'll have their arm like this using it, and then this part will just be resting against the fucking desk like this. That shit, you can't fucking use a mouse like that. I mean, you can use a mouse like that, you're gonna fucking destroy your wrist. And if you're doing both of those at once, where your DPI is disgusting and your fucking posture is horrendous, your wrist is gonna fucking explode. Don't do that.
Yeah, I remember I had a period of time where I didn't have like the setup. I was in university, and I just had to sit like fucking Smeagol and shit in here. It's not fun.
Yeah, like that shit will really fuck up your wrist. Like I'm fortunate enough that I never like had wrist problems because I've always made sure to like not fuck up my posture and shit. But like if you have wrist problems, I'm sure you can look it up online. It probably has better advice than like any of us. But yeah, you should figure it
I have a
out.
question for you guys then. Well, you're talking about physical pain, like wrist, back, neck, like all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
What about mental? Like, do you guys feel affected by just, your sleep, your, diet, and then just being in front of a screen?
Yeah, I'll say I'm very fortunate. Now that I'm in California too, like I have people that I go out with, like I have a social life, so like mentally it's like nice to be out and be social, obviously. Like it's nice because I have my lovely wife, Leisha, to like talk to and do stuff
Oh
with
yeah,
all the time.
congratulations, by the way.
Hey, thank you. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it's good to have like her so we can like do stuff like if I didn't have any of that stuff and I just sat at home all day, played League of Legends, I don't know. I'd
Reading
be
Twitch chat
reading
for like
Twitch
8 hours.
chat.
Holy.
My mental would be absolutely fucking destroyed. Like the thing is, you kind of have to like go out and not do something, but like Twitch chat can't be your whole life because if it is,
We love you, Twitch chat. Don't get the wrong idea.
yeah,
but
I
sometimes-
absolutely love you guys, but like half of the shit you say, absolutely fucking stupid. Like I wish I didn't read that shit. So like, I love you guys. I'm happy that I have other things to like, listen to. But Scar, what do you think about emotional and like mental health?
I think it depends on the person. Because, yeah, it just depends on the person. Some people can handle it. Like, I'm probably like a really, really far outlier. Because I used to do stuff that like people were just like, what? Like in college, I used to play, and like at high school, I'd play like WoW nonstop. Like at college, I'd play Heroes of New Earth nonstop, but to play in League nonstop. And that's cool, right? Everyone knows the friends who play 8-10 hours a day. It happens, right? But I'm talking about like, I would literally not talk to anyone for like months at a time. Just like did not need to talk to. Even people online didn't need to leave the apartment. I was completely comfortable with that. And like I could live like a hermit. I think the best example of this is after coaching CLG, I moved in after I moved away from CLG Black. I moved into my own place. And during that entire year, I had 2 people step into my apartment. One was my manager who needed my signature for an important legal document. And 2 was Yuna and Frag at the very end to help me move my stuff to another apartment. I had 0 people step inside. I talked to almost no one on a weekly basis. I just streamed for a full year. And I could go back and do that. But I don't think it's as fulfilling. But I know a lot of people who cannot do that. That's literally like death. And I would say that for me, one of the hardest things to balance is like just like having energy levels after you stream. Like that's typically why like I have such a bad problem with like in terms of like being able to eat well and healthy. And like recently I've just changed that to where like I'm cooking all of my meals. But like
That's good.
But like I look at that and I'm just like, dang, I just spent like an hour cooking 2 meals, like eating 2 meals, when I could have just like Uber Eats it, dude. I could have just went on Postmates, kept my grind on. But for personal health reasons, I've had to kind of stop doing that because it's like at some point I'm just gonna die, and like I prefer to live as long as possible.
That's the damn truth.
That's a
right
good plan,
there.
dude.
Yeah, that's a fucking good plan. I want to live as long as possible too. So let's go on to the next topic then. You balance league and schooling as you climb to Challenger consistently throughout the seasons. How important is education for you?
Oh, dude, I had this like cycle where it was like, oh shit, my stream is like just big enough to maybe I could do this. Should I like take a break from school? And then I'd be like, no. And then I'd just get a little bit, and then I would get like, it would like drop a little bit because I'm focusing on school. And I was like, shit, I should have taken that. And I got those opportunities a few times, right? And I think a lot of people struggle, like a lot of new streamers nowadays. They'll ask like, hey, should I go full time? And they'll like link me their shop. Like, no, don't fucking do it. Like, but I was fortunate enough to get like a decent following, I guess, and I was able to go full time a bit. And then I got the Facebook stream deal, which is insanely good for my lifestyle in general because you don't have to stream as much. So I just feel like happier and healthier in general. But yeah, it was tough, man. My grades definitely tanked a bit when I was focusing on streaming and building community, because it's not just streaming, right? You're like, you have to like build a community, you have to like edit your own videos if you're not big enough to get an editor. There's so much shit you have to do behind the scenes that new people have no clue. They're just like, Mom, I'm gonna become a streamer. They're bro. I was like, what the fuck, Tommy? Tommy 309? What are you doing? What are you doing?
Yeah, like a lot of people don't realize, like when you're first up and coming, there's a streamer doesn't just turn on stream, turn it off. Okay, that was a great day today. Guess I'll wait for it tomorrow. Like if you're coming up, there's so much shit you got to do to like start developing. Because developing a community is like the most important thing. If you don't have a community, it's hard to like get people attached to you, and getting people attached to you is how you get people to stay and all this bullshit. Like that grind right there, some people probably don't appreciate like when new streamers come up, how much they have to fucking grind to actually come up, because it's a lot of fucking work. Like when
even the like top streamer, like a lot of top streamers and mid-tier streamers are like on the weekly basis behind the scenes being like, how can I make my stream better? How can I like make my brand bigger? What should I do this week? Like there's a lot of thought process put in that's not just like turning on the stream.
Yeah, like there's a lot that goes into it. Now I'm not saying everyone does that, but like for the vast majority of people, you kind of have to do that shit to like get anywhere, progress, I guess. So, I mean, are you happy now that you're streaming full time compared to like?
Yeah, no, super happy. I mean, when I was streaming on Twitch like last year, I would do like 10 hours, 12 hours of stream, and that shit was just tough. Like I would just wake up, turn on the stream, like get some water, get some cereal or whatever the fuck was available for breakfast, and I would just stream, and I would just turn off the stream, check my like social media, and then go to sleep, and just do that over and over again. And it was like really tough if I wasn't exercising, if I wasn't eating properly and sleeping properly, I would just feel like terrible. My stream would be terrible. I would lose a bunch of games, right? Because I'm not like at my peak performance and stuff like that. Having to balance was everything. Having to like have a good diet, sleep, and just do other activities that isn't like, because when you just play League, at least this is my experience. When you just play League, it's all you do. I feel like you just get worse at the game. When you take a break and come back and everything's fresh, you're like you're like excited to play the game. Mm-hmm. You're focusing on fucking everything. You're like ready to make strats and like ready to like do new things and stuff like that in game. But when you're just like, you know, a complete zombie, I don't know. I had portions like that, and I just don't want to go back to that.
I mean, definitely, if you get to a point where you're just going through the motions, it's hard to improve yourself, because I mean, there always has to be some motivating factor. I agree. If you're just like waking up, turn on stream, turn off, wake up, turn on stream, turn off, you're not going to get better at the game. And people want to see you get better at the game. That's why they come to the stream. So it's definitely...
Is that what they're getting from our streams right now, Cutie?
Hell no. People come to my stream. Can't wait to watch what Cutie does. Oh, it's Heimerdinger for the 9,000th time. Perfect. Can't wait for it. No one loves that shit. But when I play Morgana, people love that. When I get a fresh new take and I'm like, damn, I want to play some Morgana, people are all over that shit. I know that for a fact. But let's go to the final topic, everyone's favorite topic. It's the live question and answer segment at the end of the show. The Discord Q&A. We're going to go straight into good questions here. So let's start off with the one and only... Andrew wants to know, do you believe mages should still have a place down bottom after marksmen are buffed? Do you think mages are healthy for bot lane and can coexist? I'm going to go out and say I don't think they want them to coexist. I don't think they'll ever coexist together. I think the way the game works, unless you did a complete like overhaul of how this game functions, marksmen and mages can't like go up against each other. Because for mages to work, they need to bully marksmen, and if you bully them, they're useless, and then you just win the game because games end so quick. But if you make it so you can stall out games, you have a champion that doesn't scale well compared to someone running a marksman that does, and they'll just stall it out and outscale you. How you get that perfect balance? Have to do like a complete overhaul. What do you think, Scar?
Heisendong, what do you think? Let me think about this.
No, like I'm still trying to like, yeah. Well, mages are supposed to be balanced by their levels, right? Depending on EXP they get, and so it's just like it makes no sense that they should be put bottom at least. But I think that that's a problem with how long the games last, how strong ADs get past like 15, 20 minutes. They're just as useless like as most mages anyway, so there's no point to play them. Like, I know there's some other fundamental problems, but like, I think if they fix it, it's okay to have like a mage here and there, like as a support maybe. Like, that used to be the case, right? Like Belkaz, Brand, Syra used to be played here and there. At one point they were overpowered, but I think that was like the nice sweet spot. Sometimes you could see a mage bot, like ADC style, but it was like...
I think it's really tough to balance. I think it's possible, but very, very hard.
Alright, fair enough. Blaze wants to know, this is at all of us, we got a conspiracy theorist here. There's some theories that say Riot's new IP might be a fighting game. Last year, Arc System Works, developing some fighting games, visited Riot offices. Also, a few years ago, Riot bought Radiant Entertainment, who was developing a free-to-play fighting game called Rising Thunder. After that, Rising Thunder was canceled, probably because of Riot. Thoughts?
Riot's developing a lot of games at the same time. That we all know for a fact. They've gone public.
They've said that. Yeah. But,
so like I could bet you there's like probably one FPS game, one fighting game, hopefully one MMO, but I know that's probably not reasonable. Like maybe they have like a roguelike game, maybe they have like a card game.
They have a roguelike.
Yeah, they have I'm sure they have a bunch of games. It's really just when is Riot coming out with this? And it's not going to be this year, so I hope it's next year.
So you believe, though, that Riot could be coming out with a fighting game soon?
Sure, soon. Whoa, 2019 the earliest.
2019 the earliest, fair enough. You think?
Yeah, I'm saying 2020.
I'm saying
2020.
I'm saying this year they're coming out. They're coming out with a fighting game, and they're going to come out with a battle royale.
Not this year.
Mark my words, chat. This year, fighting game and battle royale. I've been saying
in the months to come.
I've been saying at the end of this year they're gonna release like a new League of Legends game. I promise. I don't promise it, but I know that they will.
Any amount, they might leak it, or they might like have news about it. There's no way it'll release. No way.
Scar, how much do you want to bet me?
$10,000.
$10,000? You got yourself? Hell no, I'm not betting that shit. You're fucking out of here.
I was gonna go higher, dude.
Dude, I have a feeling Cutie's like, what he's saying is true, and some guy at Riot's like sweating his place. Like, what the fuck?
Who found out? Who told Cutie?
I am positive there's no way that's coming out.
This guy
$10,000 though.
Yeah, I'm willing to put it on the line, dude. Money where my mouth is.
Yeah, fuck that shit. All right, let's go to one more topic. Final one will be. We gotta make it a real good one. Let's see. That's my cat meowing, by the way. She's kind of hungry, but we'll go. Let's just finish it off. A nice, simple one. As Ing wants to know. Have you listened to the podcast with Mark Merrill, and are you excited for the games Riot will eventually bring out and his thoughts? Did you guys listen to the podcast from Mark?
Dude, it was like a 2.5 hour podcast with Rectful. I'll literally listen to it after this.
Did you listen to it?
I tuned into a little bit of it. It was interesting.
There's your...
Just like...
Well, that's Beyond the Rift episode number 58, dude. Thank you for joining us, ladies and gentlemen. It was wonderful having you, Scar. If the people want more of you, where can they get you?
Twitch and Twitter at Scara. I'm sure you guys can find me, all the rest of my stuff from there. I'll be streaming pretty soon after this, like within a couple minutes.
Heisendong, if the people want more of you, where can they get you?
At Twitter at Heisendong NA and at Facebook Heisendong as well.
And if you guys want more of me, you know where to find me. I'm here every day, but most importantly, Beyond the Rift is here every Thursday at 4 p.m. PST. Be there or be square. It's always a good time on BTR. Until next time, hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day.
Peace. Bye.